Welcome back. It's the day after Caffeine's launch. Have you got your invite cards yet? I haven't received mine, but once I do, I'm definitely going to try building a Ledger Life app on it. If you are experimenting with Caffeine too, let me know what you're creating. I would love to feature more community-built apps in our stories. Now on to today's videos. Wherever you are, morning, evening, or somewhere in between, it's good to have you with us on Ledger Life. Just a quick reminder before we get in. If you like what we do and want to support independent Web3 coverage, our donation wallet is linked in the description. Every bit helps us keep bringing you the stories that matter, from new tech to community projects. Let's get started with a project that wants to change how decentralized apps get built. Autonom has revealed plans for Dappster. It's a new AI agent that promises to make Dapp creation a lot easier for everyone, whether you are a developer or someone who is just curious about Web3. The idea is you tell Dappster what kind of decentralized app you want, and the AI puts together a working version for you using modular pieces from the Autonom ecosystem. It's like assembling a jigsaw puzzle, except you are just describing the picture and the tool does the heavy lifting. What's really caught people's attention is the integration of CaffeineAI. It's a system that's been getting good reviews for its natural language skills. By adding CaffeineAI into Dappster, Autonom hopes to improve how the tool understands your instructions and translates them into code that actually works. They haven't confirmed a release date yet, but we are expecting an alpha version before the end of the year. This whole idea of AI-assisted Dapp generation is gaining traction in the Web3 space. More teams are looking at ways to break down the technical barriers that have kept many people from building on decentralized platforms. If Dappster works the way they are promising, it could make Dapp development more like using a website builder, which will be simple, guided, and open to known coders. And you knew there would be a but, it's all about execution. It's one thing to assemble an app in theory. It's another for that app to actually function well in the wild. The CaffeineAI integration hints at serious potential, but we'll have to see how it handles real-world deployment. The alpha will be an important first look at whether this is a game changer or just another ambitious idea. Next up, let's talk about Internet Computer, which has been ticking a few of the right boxes lately, especially when you check it against the success checklist of macro investor Raoul Pal. ICP's price has climbed to 5.54 USD, a 12.5% gain over the past week, with a 4.6% increase in just the past 24 hours, based on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko data. When you stack that up against Bitcoin and Ethereum, both hovering around 10 to 12% weekly gains, and Solana, which sometimes hits over 15% in strong altcoin weeks, ICP's performance is definitely holding its own. But here is the kicker. It hasn't been topping the charts decisively, and that's a key part of Raoul Pal's framework for long-term conviction. Looking at the network side of things, ICP's indicators are pretty healthy. Daily trading volume has hit around $111 million, up 9.4%. You have got increasing activity from both developers and users, driven by projects like OISY Wallet and funnAI. On-chain transactions have been on the rise since ICP's launch back in 2021. There has also been a significant $121 million funding round, and government's participation through the network nervous system remains strong, both positive signs for ecosystem growth. Market cap-wise, ICP is currently sitting around 37th place with a cap of about $2.97 billion. And even though it's a long way from its early highs, remember it once touched close to $700. Its deflationary token model is drawing interest from long-term holders who believe in the fundamentals. As for the charts, the recent weekly rise suggests momentum is building, but we haven't seen that breakout moment that would push it past rivals like Solana. For now, the smart move seems to be cautious optimism, keeping an eye on ICP's consistency before we start calling it a top-tier contender. So, Internet Computer is definitely in the mix with solid network strength and a long-term vision that hasn't gone off course. Whether it makes Raoul Pal's conviction back will come down to whether it can deliver sustained outperformance on the charts in the weeks ahead. Speaking of interesting pairings, let's talk about a new collaboration that brings together decentralized finance and real world infrastructure. Saros, the DeFi platform on Solana, has teamed up with Piggycell, the DePIN project that operates South Korea's largest public power bank network. If you have been to Seoul or any major city in South Korea, you have probably seen Piggycell's charging stations, thousands of them in cafes, transport hubs, and shopping centers. You rent a portable charger for a bit, go about your day, and return it when you are done. Now, through this partnership with Saros, Piggycell could be tapping into on-chain liquidity. That might open up new financial models for users, operators, and token holders alike. Imagine being able to stake, lend, or earn through a network that's linked to something as tangible as a power bank rental service. For Saros, this partnership is a way to connect DeFi with a physical network. It's a move that could give its ecosystem some serious real world utility. Saros has been known for its focus on low cost, scalable DeFi tools on Solana and community driven events like Liquidity Ocean, which aim to boost user participation. This fits into a broader Web3 trend called DePIN or Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Networks, where blockchain models are applied to services like energy, data storage, or connectivity. Piggycell's entry into this space is a sign that more consumer-facing infrastructure is starting to intersect with blockchain finance in a real way. Of course, it's early days and both Saros and Piggycell are still working out the details on how users will benefit. But both companies have hinted at new earning mechanisms and growth opportunities on Solana's network. We'll be keeping an eye out for updates as this partnership evolves. And now onto a DAO that's taking a bold step in treasury management. IC Lighthouse DAO has announced plans to reallocate up to half of its treasury, about 120k ICP, into ckBTC over the next 6 months. This isn't just a diversification move, it's about boosting decentralized liquidity and strengthening cross-chain trading on the internet computer. So what exactly are they doing? The DAO plans to put the ckBTC into decentralized exchange liquidity pools, aiming to improve market conditions and support the broader DeFi ecosystem on internet computer. They are calling this a gradual rebalancing, a slow and steady shift that fits with their long-term strategy. But there's a twist. Unlike standard diversification strategies, this one is focused on active participation in the on-chain markets. The DAO sees ckBTC as bridgeless Bitcoin on internet computer as a key piece in growing decentralized liquidity. Because ckBTC has to be held in a smart contract rather than a regular wallet, the DAO will use IC Trader, a dApp governed by the IC Lighthouse Service nervous system. This setup means everything happens on-chain with no private keys or single points of control, just community governance proposals. To reduce risk, an SNS designated operator will handle routine tasks but won't have withdrawal rights. Every move has to go through the DAO's governance framework, adding a layer of transparency and accountability to the process. This could be a sign of things to come for other DAOs looking at treasury strategies. As Internet Computer builds out native Bitcoin support, IC Lighthouse move might set the tone for how treasuries contribute to wider protocol liquidity without relying on custodial solutions. And that's a wrap on this edition of Ledger Live. If any of these projects caught your interest, we have dropped the links in the description, so you can check them out for yourself. You will also find our donation wallet there. Every contribution, big or small, goes straight into helping us cover more stories, discover new projects, and keep the conversation going in the Web3 space. Thanks for sticking with us, and don't forget to hit subscribe and share if you are enjoying what we bring you each week. See you in the next one.